Hey guys, it's Nick the Booksmith. Welcome back, welcome back. So I don't have a whole lot of time today, but I wanted to say hi. Hi guys. And post a little something. I've been working on all kinds of things and time gets away from you. You know what I mean? And I had to take a friend to the airport today. I just got home. We do not live close to the airport. It's about an hour and a half to and back, which means I made it in about an hour and 45 minutes total. I'm just not a dawdler. I'm not unsafe. I'm just not slow. How's that? So I'm back. And I had actually filmed a little something, but it messed up. So a couple of things messed up. I got to refilm a couple segments on the class because the files aren't right. The video files, stuff. Like Murphy is visiting me, apparently, because it seems like every time I turn around, something else needs to be fixed or done. And you know, you've got a list, you got to get A, B, and C done, but you can't start on A until X, Y, and Z from the previous list get finished because there's like a order of things. And then something always keeps you back from getting something done so that you can move on. Why is that? Why is that? So I sat down today and what I had filmed yesterday, that I'll show you what it is, but where's the video, huh? So I made a Raggedy for this book that I will be showing to you guys soon. This is a bookbinder's book, like a reference, like a log book, a place to put notes, like a commonplace book for a bookbinder. And so I wanted to make a couple of Raggedy's, but I wanted them to be bookish, book themed. So I ended up using one of the book covers, one of my book covers. I think this one's in the Etsy store. So it's just it's an image of a book cover, and then I put a book plate, and I just had some things hanging down here, and a little piece of a quote from an encyclopedia, and some Jane Austen hanging out up on the top. There's a little library tag from a book. And then on the back, I ended up doing an envelope that can be opened and things can be put inside. And then this was just like the back of a book, and it had like a list of the things that you could also get from that publisher. And just kind of a menagerie of things. A little wax seal with my initial on it, and another little book page. Anyway. That's what I did make with you yesterday. It's this thing where you spend this time doing something and then it's like it never even happened. And I was going to do a little face, so you see my face up here, but I can't find my other camera. Literally this week has just been insane. Just crazy. I know there are lots of convos at Etsy that I have not gotten to yet, like a slew, and emails. So if you have written me, please be patient. I am getting to them as I can. My daughter's coming tomorrow, so I'm trying to get a bunch of things done, and it just seems like I'm sabotaging myself left and right. So anyway, I need to make another Raggedy, so I'm gonna make another Raggedy. We're gonna do this thing. And if something happens to this video, well, I'm just gonna check it. We're just gonna forget it. You guys will just think I've disappeared. You'll never know. Okay, so something to ink on if we need to ink, because we'll need to ink. So I had some things that were giving me some inspiration. This was sent to me by Susan. It's a piece of a old French dictionary. And then I had some handmade paper from Fran. Man, look how flat that is. It's like just perfectly flat. I have all this stuff to make some homemade paper. I just haven't done it yet because I need a minute, just a minute. And it seems like you always want to do something else when you don't have a minute. So I wanted to get out a little piece of this paper to use. Oh, look at this one. Let me see if I can get the camera to pick up. See the petals? The little blossoms in there? Are you kidding me? Okay, Fran, my paper is not even going to be like a minuscule percentage as good as this paper. But I have to do it. I haven't done it in a long time, so I just wanted to get a little piece of this paper. I just hate to take any off of another piece. Ugh. Well, this one already has a little rip in it. Maybe I'll use just a little, I'll use a little piece of this one. Okay. I don't feel so bad about that. And I have a library card and envelope from Kim. She sent me some last year, and I parcel them out slowly. I love them. I think they are adorable. So I was going to make another Raggedy for this book that I just placed out of your view, I guess. But I thought I would get some of these things out that were speaking to me and put one together real quick. Yeah, real quick. Say hi and let you know that I am around and I am here, but because I have company coming and you probably won't see me much this week. We may go to the art museum to see the Monet exhibit because that is, oh, look at that bruise. Holy cow. Where did I get that at? Huh. Looks like two little, somebody poked me real hard with two fingers. I bruise like a overripe peach, so I'm always finding bruises. Where'd that come from? I don't even remember getting it. What was I saying? Oh, Monet. So Monet is at the Denver Art Museum. There will be 180 works of his. And I believe, if I am not mistaken, that Denver is one of the only, if not the only, stop on the side of the country. And when else am I going to see 180 works of Monet, right? Oh, who knows? So that is going to happen. That's going to happen. If it doesn't happen this week, then I will do it when I don't have company. But it's going to happen. Oh, yes. Yes, indeedy, it will. So this, you can tell, this is what I used yesterday to ink everything up for the other Raggedy. So it's already used, semi-inked. And I'll have to look at, does this look too bright? Oh, of course, by the time you guys see it, I will tone it down if it's too bright. I have this light, and it's a huge soft box. And I will show it to you at some point when I find my other camera. But it's large. It's a parabolic is what it's called, and it's a big, huge soft box. And what soft boxes are good for is basically what the name suggests. It softens the light and diffuses it, so it's not a harsh flashlight beam. I could turn it down a little bit, and or I could turn it off. It's not what I meant to hit. So it's so big though that it was taking up a bunch of room on the light stand that was sitting on the floor. So I got an articulated arm that goes on the wall, and since the ceilings in here are nice and high, I was able to put the parabolic softbox with the strobe light. It's a constant studio light, like up. So it's up instead of it standing on the floor and taking up an enormous amount of space. I will show it to you soon so you can get the drift. It was taking up so much room. So now not only is there not a light stand on the floor, but the soft box is, you can either, if you're using it, somebody can duck underneath it very easily because it's about, I don't know, 5 feet off the floor. And then the articulated arm, like, it will retract, so you could fold it up against the wall and totally put it away if you wanted to. So now the light box is, the point of my story is that the light box is closer to the table now than it was, because it can kind of come up and over, kind of like a dentist lamp, because there's nothing holding it back, because it just kind of hangs down from above. And it might be too bright now. I might have to tone it back. I'll have to check this video and see what it looks like. And you guys are like, whatever, Nick, we have no idea what you're talking about. There is no point of reference because you're not showing us. I know, I'm sorry. I'm gonna use this again. I used the other piece on the other Raggedy, but I really like the little holes poking out of the bottom. And I thought it's kind of a neat shape, and they're already aged. All right, so I'm going to take this book cover printout, and that's what I'm going to build on. So this will be the front, yeah, and this will be the back, and we'll cover all that up. And I will try to not make this video horrifically overly long and make it overstay its welcome. I want this to kind of poke out over the edge a little bit and over the top as well. So that will probably go in there. This is a piece of Florentine paper, so it can also kind of hang out, and, you know, with the cool kids. And maybe since the other one has these hanging out the bottom, this one should be hanging out the top, but not in an even fashion. It will be cattywampus, catty corner-esque. Is that a word? That's a word, right? If it's not, it should be. What's on this side? Do I want an interesting word? I didn't pick a very interesting page. There's cavalier. I could do cavalier. And cavity. Cavalcade. I picked the, I'm gonna rip it. Of course you're gonna rip it. Why wouldn't you? So, and I will take this down in a minute and make it a little less straight and proper, because I want a sneaky peeky of this text hanging out the side a little bit. And maybe this will also hang out here in just a second. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my glue and look at the cool thing that Jackie sent me. Ooh, it's like a tassel. Isn't that cool? Thank you, Jackie. It's wonderful. It's wonderful. Keeps my glue from drying out. So I'm going to just put a little bit of glue just in the center, just to kind of lock everything down somewhat, but not so that I can't tuck more things under there. But I just wanted to stabilize something in the middle. Something in my life should be stable. And then this, I think it would be cool if this kind of went over, and it doesn't even have to peek out. Although I could cut this back a pinch tad, a tipple, a bit, a smidge. It is not even. It's not even. So this will hang out over here. But what I think I wanted was to have it peek out just a tiny little bit. So let me put just a little tiny spot of glue just so that it doesn't shift on me. Because then when I turn it over, I'm going to fold this like a tab and then have it come over on that side, I think. And then this, I have a straight, here's one. I have a straight edge that I can try to rip the paper in somewhat orderly fashion there. So there's that. And I think I will grab it's a nameplate if we want to use a little nameplate. I want some black paper. Here's some black paper. I'm gonna make little corners. I think I'm gonna just cut a square. Easier said than done, my friends. But Nick, you have a square. I do have a square punch. I do have one somewhere. It's probably with the camera. I will find it. This place, it's not a pigsty, but I saw some pigs like wandering in. They're starting to amass outside the door. So it's becoming pigsty-esque-ish. And I need to clean it up in here. I did clean up day before yesterday. It was almost nearly perfect. I thought we were going to have some friends that I hadn't seen in nearly, I don't know, 15, 16 something years. I thought they were going to be coming through, and they did, but we ended up meeting somewhere instead of coming here. So I was in this frantic, gotta clean the house and get everything so it doesn't look like I'm a total slob and a half. And it looked great. Well, you know how long that lasts. In less than 48 hours, I was back to where I began without a camera, an extra camera. It's somewhere. I bet the pigs took off with it. That's what I'm thinking. That's what I'm thinking. At least with my kid, she doesn't care if well, none of my friends care. They don't care. They don't care if my studio's a wreck. They know I work here. So it's not like they have any preconceived ideas of, spotlessness in here at 24/7. Just when you get working, you can't, well, I can't. I won't say for the rest of you, because I know that there are some extremely organized, put together people out there. I am just not one of them. If I stop to clean in the middle of creating something, it throws me off my whole groove. It just messes me up, man. Just messes me up. So I try to keep some, I throw trash in the trash can and stuff like that, but it's not like I can stop and just get everything organized, and no, that is not gonna happen. Not even a little bit. I think I'm gonna glue this on and then trim it, because there's no way that's gonna be trimmed straight if I try to eyeball it. That's not gonna happen. So the reason why I'm doing this is to kind of make it look like book spine of sorts, just to frame this book cover. Of course, if I glue everything to the table, and then I'll just turn this over and trim from the side. That. And then I can finish up here. Oh, and yesterday while I was filming, well, I thought I was filming, the train I kept hearing the train go by. And we don't live near the train, and I've probably mentioned this before because the train and I are not friends because I can hear it. But there it goes. It could be 1:30, 2:30 in the morning. Guess what? There it goes, blaring its horn through town. I need to call, I have a cousin who is a conductor. He is a train conductor. He's kind of a genius. I think he got all my grandfather's brains in the family, honestly, because my grandfather was a, like, bona fide genius. And I think Travis got them all. He just, good on you, Travis, because I think you got them. So do you see how it kind of looks like a spine? Does that kind of look like a little bit of a spine? So he is a train conductor, as I just said. The train that he conducts on is a passenger kind of train. It isn't a cargo. I'm sure they move cargo at some point, but it's a passenger, people cargo train. But I always wondered, why is it that every other business has to stop their work, their noisy work, in a municipality at a certain time because it's considered, what, disturbing the peace? Like a construction company. They can't work past a certain time of the evening because if they're in a residential area, because it will disturb the people that live in the area, which is understandable. So I just wonder, why is it that trains can just do willy-nilly what they want, go through town blaring? And I realize it's a safety issue as far as blowing their horns as they go across any intersection where there's going to be vehicles or bicycles or that kind of thing. That's not my question. I just wonder, why is it that they are allowed to conduct business past a reasonable hour when nobody else can? I don't know. Does anybody know? It's just things that make you go, You lie awake at night when you can't sleep and you think about stuff like this. On the back, I think I want to do the little card pocket envelope Dumafflage, and perhaps this is a little note on a book, just like how many illustrations are in it, when it was written or published, yada yada yada. And something needs to go over here, however, before I close that in, and it needs to be something with perhaps some color. I could do another little scrap of this. Would be kind of cool, poking out over there, like so. Could do that, or maybe over the top of that, and then we could rip it. That's it. That's the spirit. Oh. Okay, so I lost you somewhere. I lost you because the camera shut off. So this camera is now giving me fits. Thanks camera, that is great. I hope I don't have to buy a new camera. That would really not be great. That would just chap my hide, man. It would chap my hide. So I lost you somewhere along the way. my pearls of wisdom are now lost forever. Forever and ever. We'll never get those back. Into the wind they go. I will place this about there. I'm working on a really cool book at the moment. I really want to be working on it. But I can't because I gotta finish some other stuff first. Trying to be adult about this. It's not very easy to be an adult about everything. Sometimes you just don't want to be an adult. Sometimes you just want to stay in your pajamas all day and eat ice cream and popsicles and not worry about bills or stuff you have to do. Oh, to be 10 again, right? That was a good age. 10 was good. I'm going to trim this off. Go. And now, perhaps ink up this edge here real quick, just in case nothing gets put on some places. It can still have some ink on it. All right. So this can go down here. Put a little bit of glue. Now I love this art glitter glue because it has such a fine little metal tip on it, and I suggest if you ever get art glitter glue, get the one with the fine little metal tip, because I use astronomically less glue than I normally use. I probably use the correct amount of glue when I'm using this one, because you can't use too much at once. And I'd never seen it in town. The only place I see it is on Amazon, so that's where I get it. I get it at Amazon. It's on my favorites page, and it comes with this 8 ounce, and then it comes with this 2 ounce, and they're both full of glue, but then it also comes with this little tip. And per ounce, it is more expensive than Mod Podge, but I use so much less than I use when I use Mod Podge that I don't think it really costs that much more, if not at all. So here is that thing about that book. Maybe we need a little bit of something over the top of that. So I will put this somewhere over here. Maybe down in this direction. And then this can peek over the top. And some of this will get cut away, so sure. Okay, press that down a little bit. And this will dry clear, so I don't, even if it didn't, I don't think I would care. But it will, most likely. And this is just a little, no, I don't even remember what this was from. I printed it out for some reason. Oops. Okay. So I thought I would put this on the card. Do it just over here. Make it look somewhat official-ish. All right. So something else is going to have to go back here, but I'm going to flip it over. I'm not going to worry about that for the moment. I want a little piece of this to fall out the bottom. Just a little bit of French hanging out of the bottom here. Some Frenchness. I want it to add some ink real quick. This whole video is just me inking things. Just riveting, Nick, riveting. I'm gonna give that a fold. Ink the fold. Make it look like an old fold. A golden oldie foldy. Because I want that to hang out, or do I want it to hang out this way? Does it matter? It really does not matter. Well, somewhere in your brain, you know, when you're putting together things like this, sometimes things will matter to you more than they should. You'll think that just doesn't make sense there. It must be moved. Okay. And then I kind of want something hanging out over on the other side. Where is the little piece of handmade paper? Where did it go? The pigs took that too. Them pigs. There's that. There's that and that. You know, if my head was not attached to my neck, it would be gone too. I guarantee it. Absolutely, positively guarantee it. Where's your head, Nick? I don't know. I have no idea where it went. Your guess is as good as mine. This is just a piece of tissue, like gift wrap. And I think it needs to hang out as well. Maybe up like in this direction. I like it. And then perhaps this could spin this. I'm gonna rip this a little bit, take some of the length off of these. And then I will add this back here somehow. This will sneak out in this direction, like so. And then I will take some of it off. Just that a little bit kind of peeks out down in this direction. I still need something over there and down here. Yep, this is the video that never ends. Remember that song in school? This is the song that never ends. Well, this is the video that never ends. Sorry. Or I hear y'all, just make up your mind. I'm trying. Ooh, I know. I got this thing. I got it. Just rip it. Cures everything if it just gets ripped. So I'm going to just put a teeny tiny bit along here. Oh, should it hang out in this direction or this direction? Doesn't really matter, just do it, right? And there we go. There, that's enough. I like that color hanging out there, and there's still open place if I want to pop something out in that direction. I still want something up here. But my brain, I think it's already turned off for the day. It is checked out. I have made a decision. I'm going to add this over here. I would promise you that it will make sense later, but it may not. So, but that's the thing about a Raggedy. They don't have to make sense. When I created them, that was the whole point. Was so that it didn't have to make sense. It just has to be. That's its only purpose, is just to be. You be you, man. You be you. It's just maybe some, I don't know, maybe some green paper just kind of hanging out over here. I just thought this green paper was so pretty. We can just kind of hang it over in this direction, just so that it's hanging out the edge a little bit. All right, now I'm just going to button up shop and close some things up before my camera runs out of battery. Got a few minutes, just a few minutes. I think I might want this over here on this side though. With some ink. Blue on the back of this. This is just another one of those little tags that talks about what's in the book. I like it, I like it. And what I'll probably do is I will, got my little punchy thingy here. I will make some punches and then put some reinforcement thingies on here, just for some extra texture, since I'm not sewing, like that. And if I see anything else laying around, I might add something else. Sometimes as I'm putting stuff away, I think, ooh, that's cool, and I glue something else on. Y'all do it. I know you do. All y'all. Because I like that. There we go. What side do I like? I like this side. Okay. I like it. I like it. Doesn't have to be fluffy or overdone. I just needed a little something to hang out of the book. Put the lid back on this before I forget to do that. Push everything out of the way. And grab the book. And we can sneak it in here. See what it looks like. I'll probably end up doing one more. Of course, I fiddle with them and put them in the book and put them in the front and switch them around and put another one in the front and that one in the back, and I never know what I'm gonna want, so I think I kind of like that. All right, guys, I will show you this book soon. I've got, like, I have a stack to show you, so I will show you those very soon. But rest assured, I am around. I'm just going to be preoccupied with company. All y'all have a wonderful evening. It is Tuesday. It is Tuesday. So I will try to catch up with you guys really, really soon. And I hope everybody has a great rest of your week. And I will see you guys really, really soon in the next video. Bye, guys.